Pockets of resistance all around the planet. We've been fighting a long time. If you're listening to this, you are not alone. You are the resistance.
These shots need to get in everybody's arm as rapidly as possible, or we're going to be back in a situation in the fall that we don't yearn for, that we went through last.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
These shots need to get in everybody's arm as rapidly as possible, or we're going to be back in a situation.
These signals being sent through the poor and the underclass are growing.
Areas of growth. We also work with quite a few staffing firms, and they're kind of the first ones to experience that growth.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight zone.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ned. Man, I'm just reaching out to everybody, man. If you got this email, basically I'm just letting you know that do me this favor. Okay, you did this the first part of subscribing to the channel, which is great. But the way they have it, the powers that be do not want you to have this information. They don't want you to have this information so bad that they took it upon themselves to remove your notifications and turn off your alerts so that you can't get the information that you need. I hate to tell you guys, but these platforms that we hold so highly are not for us. Do you understand what I'm saying? These platforms that we hold so highly are not for us. In fact, they are here to bring us down. And if you've been following me, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So take it upon yourself to do what's best for you and make sure that you're not just on these platforms. If you're gonna stay on these platforms, do that. That's your business. But make sure you're on platforms that are for you, that are actually putting good information out there for you to absorb, okay? Don't allow them to dictate your knowledge. You understand what I mean? Don't allow them to dictate your knowledge. Don't allow them to withhold information from you. They've been doing this our entire existence. They have been manipulating and influencing us mentally, psychologically, and spiritually. It's important that you get this message. It's important that you turn on your notifications. Okay? Go and check, because some of you have been actually removed from the not just notification, but a lot of people got removed from the subscribers because they got unsubscribed against their will. Why? Because they don't want you to get the information. They figured certain YouTubers, certain journalists like myself were a threat. And you having information makes you a threat. Say they don't want you to have it. So they took it upon themselves to make sure that you don't know what they think is pertinent information, which is why they have come through with all the censorship. Ask yourself, why did they do that during the pandemic? Why all of a sudden did they add all this censorship? Why did they start turning off all my notifications? They've been having notifications on for YouTube for 20 years or so now. But all of a sudden they decided at a time when pertinent information was coming through that they want to turn it off. They want to silence and censor. Okay? They want to all of a sudden disrupt the constitutional rights and freedom of speech. They killed Dr. Selenko. They killed Dr. Batar and many other doctors that were trying to warn you. They also killed the whistleblowers from decades before that tried to warn you. They've silenced any doctor with an opposing view, any scientist that tried to warn you. All of them have been silenced, suppressed, or they were suicided. Why? Why? That's the question that you need to be asking. They turn the notifications and things off because this is information warfare. Guys, if you've been following me, you know, because I've been saying this all along. This is the war of all wars. There is no war greater than the war we fight right now. And it starts on the home front. It starts with the simplest thing: information. Information is knowledge. Information is power. My people shall perish for lack of knowledge. A lot of people did not know what was coming, and they perished because of it. A lot of people still don't know what's going on, and they die daily because of it. Most people, in fact, 98% of the world, the people of the world, die in their sleep. And I'm not just talking about die suddenly. I'm talking about die in their sleep, consciously. This is a spiritual battle. It's a war of all wars. And unless you connected, spiritually connected, then you're asleep. And it's impossible for you to break the chains of enslavement that they put on you and the different methods and tactics that they deploy. It's essential for you to get the information, pass the information. Many of you don't understand why you deal with some of the stuff you're dealing with, why certain things happen, and why some folks that you try to talk to are completely lost. This is by design. There's many of different methods and tactics and devices at play here. Evil is at play here. And you need to be surrounded by good, like-minded people that have some kind of level of intelligence or some level of spiritual essence about themselves. Many of you are distracted. You don't understand how you're distracted. You don't know why you're distracted, but you are. There's not much that you know about what's happening. So it's hard for you to break away from these distractions. Some of you are vibrating on a very low frequency. You don't understand it. You never did. You never knew why things were the way that they are, or some of the stuff that you've been subjected to. But all of this stuff is by design. Also, removed doctors and scientists that have opposing views that would contradict what they were pushing, the agenda that they had in place. All to make sure that you would follow suit and do what they need you to do. Censorship, suppression, demonetization, removal of channels, truthful channels across the globe were removed overnight. And they left you with what they wanted to program you with. This is programming, guys, at its highest level, from frequency to MK Ultra mind control, to strategic programming, to the skies, pollution in the skies, to pollution in the food, and fluoridation in the water. If you've been following me, then you know all these things I say to be true. And you know how important it is that you get the right information. So I'm asking you now to make sure that you turn on your notifications for my channel. Make sure you got on the alerts. Some of you looking like, man, I haven't heard from Ned in a long time. Why? Because I've been dealing with censorship and suppression. But I've been trying to reach you. And you've probably been trying to reach me too. Well, here I am, bringing you the information as I always have. Do what's best for you. Make sure you turn all those notifications. Make sure you get those alerts. And be checking back frequently, because they often turn them off. See, I came to sound the alarm to wake you up. They turned off your alarm clock to keep you asleep. Don't allow them to keep you in a state of the unknown. Don't allow them to keep you in a state of oblivion. Because this is what they do. So if you haven't already, guys, I drop video after video, even over the last couple of years, and some of you have not gotten information, have not got the alerts, have not got the notifications. I've still been putting out information. I'm going to continue to put out information. If you don't know by now, I'm on Rumble. Go there, subscribe. They've been removing my subscribers here. Go there and subscribe. Okay? That link will be in the description, in this description box in this video. It also will be along in this email. Okay? But also, there's videos that I've put up over the last couple of weeks that you need to see vital information. I know how they're controlling us. You need to know how they're controlling us. I know how they're killing us. You need to know how they're killing us. The depopulation plan is in play. They are sending out first, second, third, and fourth waves. You need to be aware, be informed. I hope this information finds you well. I hope there's still time for some of you. Unfortunately, there are some that are dead because they were not informed. There are subscribers of mine that are dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they were not informed. But this was by design. Don't let them continue to control you. This is Net. You are part of the resistance.
This line is tapped, so I must be brief.
They got targets of resistance all around the planet. We've been fighting a long time. You're listening to this?